How's it going, everybody? We are Cranky Films. Today we're here with a new series we're gonna try. Last video I asked you if you think we should do some of Lovecraft videos, and had a couple comments that suggested some videos, specifically Cthulhu, which is like the main one we really know about. It's probably one of the most popular ones, as far as I know. But one of the recommendations was the Exploring series, which, we felt comfortable with that because we've done some of the Exploring series. A series exploring the Cthulhu Mythos. And someone suggested that we potentially watch all of that in the playlist. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how far this one goes. Because there's also other Lovecraft stuff. Anyway, please check out the Exploring series because he offers a lot of good content. We love to react to it, and we really appreciate if you go support him out. Anyway, let's get started, boys.
The Great Dreamer, the Sleeper of Urlier,
Yo!
the Slumbering One, Great Cthulhu.
Uh-huh.
Chances are very likely that at some point in your life you've seen a depiction of Cthulhu or heard a reference to him.
Yep.
The Great Green Ancient One is by far the most famous entity in the Cthulhu mythos, and thus a fitting starting point for our series. We're going to take a look at the literary history of Cthulhu, as well as give a brief description of his mythological background within the Mythos universe.
Okay.
First, a note on pronunciation. Lovecraft himself gave several differing pronunciations of the creature's name throughout his life, including Cthulhu, the guttural first syllable. The most common pronunciation, however, is Cthulhu, popularized much later after Lovecraft's death.
Okay.
The truth of the matter is, this is an alien name meant to be spoken in an alien tongue, so no answer is truly right. Since Cthulhu is the most common pronunciation, that is what I will continue to use.
Okay.
Contrary to popular belief, Cthulhu was only ever featured in a single story by Howard Phillips Lovecraft, The Call of Cthulhu, published in 1928.
One?
Okay. Lovecraft very
He's
rarely
so massive.
showcased any of the ancient beings, including Great Cthulhu, in his stories, so The Call of Cthulhu is a bit of a special case. The story, in typical Lovecraftian fashion, is told through various letters, manuscripts, and conversations. The climax of the story is the terrifying account of a sailor directly encountering Cthulhu as the Great
Imagine
One
you're that
emerges
sailor.
from his home in sunken Urlier.
Right.
Cthulhu's name was mentioned in a few others of Lovecraft's stories and letters, but it was other writers that really ran with the concept of Cthulhu and Urlier.
Right.
Writers such as August Derleth, Robert Bloch, Charles Stross, Neil Gaiman, and many, many others have taken Lovecraft's foundations and brought Cthulhu to many different locales and situations, from ancient past to modern day. You can easily find collections of books with just stories featuring Cthulhu.
Is he like
As
a
for
god,
Cthulhu's
an alien
backstory
god?
within the mythos, let me make one thing clear. The concept of canon doesn't carry much weight within the mythos. Many different writers have given wildly varying accounts of Cthulhu, his thoughts and intentions, or lack thereof.
I know canon, that's good.
What I'm going to present to you for Cthulhu's story is common info that I have
Bro's got a
available to
gun.
me, but feel free to believe or make up whatever you want.
That's me, I'm gone.
After all, that's what Lovecraft did, and he fully encouraged others to do the same. Cthulhu was likely born on the planet Vural, located in the 23rd Nebula. His father is Nug, his grandparents Yog-Sothoth and Shub-Niggurath, and his great-grandfather is Azathoth himself. At some point, he traveled to the binary star of Zoth, where he mated and produced the great old ones
That's like a Venice.
Tanothua, Ethogtha, and Zothamog. Cthulhu and his children traveled then to Saturn, followed by Earth, along with a species known as the star spawn of Cthulhu. It's unclear where the star spawn originated from, but it's possible that
Bro jumped from Saturn to Earth.
Yeah.
Oh, great. He didn't. God,
Dude, he sunk the Titanic.
Oh my God, that was him.
Yeah, that was him.
Jeez.
worshipped Great Cthulhu and changed their form to resemble the
So
deity.
big.
Regardless, the alien group landed on a continent in the Pacific Ocean, and they built the great stone city of Urlier, made from strange green stones and pieced together in ways that are foreign to any human design. Upon their arrival, the aliens received immediate resistance from another species known as the Elder Things, who had lived on the planet for millennia. The Elder Things were no strangers to war, which we'll cover in a different video, but eventually the two groups came to an agreement, and the planet was shared for the time being.
That's wild.
Cthulhu and his spawn enjoyed the freedom of the planet Earth, but at some point, Cthulhu went into a deep hibernation within Urlier.
Okay.
The reasons for this are unclear. During his hibernation, humanity evolved on Earth, and Cthulhu often communicated with individuals through dreams, slowly creating the cult of Cthulhu. Disaster eventually struck the corpse city of Earlier, though, sinking the city, Cthulhu, and much of the continent into the ocean. Reasons for this disaster vary, from changes in the moon or stars, to an attack by other ancient aliens, or even a secret weapon from
That's
the
a
Elder
spooky
Things.
dude.
Regardless, though,
Yeah.
Cthulhu and his spawn were trapped under the ocean.
He's
and
protecting
left
the
with
city.
Little to do other than wait.
That's exactly what he's saying.
Earlier has risen out of the ocean
Oh,
at
yeah.
various times, but never for very long. The cult of
Top
Cthulhu has
right.
continued to grow throughout the ages, and as they meet in secrecy, they chant of the day when
Uluru
Earlier will rise
sounds like
permanently out of the ocean,
Atlantis.
and dread Cthulhu will
Yeah.
retake the world. As mentioned, Cthulhu is by far the most popular entity from the entire Cthulhu mythos, to the point where the entire fictional universe is named after him.
Wow.
Lovecraft
That's
himself,
wild.
however, favored the term Yog-Sothory to refer to the collection of entities and artifacts. I offer two main reasons as to why Cthulhu is so well known in popular culture. First and foremost is Cthulhu's image itself. Cthulhu is instantly recognizable in the grand majority of artistic depictions of him,
That's true.
because it's a very concrete form.
He's in
He's
Smite.
almost always depicted as vaguely
Yeah.
anthropoidal, with an octopus head, a massive tentacles on his face, claws,
Cthulhu
wings,
theme in Skyrim
and a
too.
lot of green. Other entities in the Cthulhu mythos tend to be a bit harder to describe and vary from writer to writer. Yog-Sothoth, Shub-Niggurath, and Azathoth are often described as just masses of bubbles, tentacles, flesh, mouth, teeth, and other vague appendages. When you look at an image of Cthulhu, you generally know exactly what you're looking at. This has helped a lot with recognition, but it helps that Cthulhu is often well regarded for his image. Whether the depiction is meant to be cool, or scary, or adorable, Cthulhu can cover a lot of
You
ground.
see a lot of cheapy Cthulhus out
Secondly,
there.
Cthulhu represents a very real and tangible fear.
Hmm.
Lovecraft was inspired by his own fear of water and the ocean when he created Cthulhu. It's
Wow.
a fairly
Man
common fear
sniffing.
amongst people. Sure, pondering on our existence and place within the grand scheme of the cosmos
Could
is
take it-
Lord.
scary, but the dark depths of water is something that for a lot of people is a much
Feet.
closer, realer fear. Combining the unknown
My
aspect
man
of
said
deep
for
ocean with the
free.
monstrosity of a giant alien slumbering beneath us is definitely a very effective way to get into people's heads. A smaller reason, perhaps, is a bit of a snowball effect because of the other two reasons. Cthulhu has been featured in many, many different types of media, from books
Hmm.
to films,
Yeah.
to
Mhm.
video games,
Yeah.
board games,
Mm-hmm.
and across the internet in many different forms.
They call it
Cthulhu has become a
Cthulhu.
firm part of popular culture, and many people's first interaction with the Cthulhu mythos involved the slumbering one himself. The Call of Cthulhu RPG has been a big part of spreading
An
Cthulhu mythos
RPG?
around the
Wow.
world. And very often when people ask what story they should read to be introduced to the Cthulhu mythos, the answer is The Call of Cthulhu. Cthulhu is a very important part of the mythos, but he is certainly not the most interesting part of it. We'll be getting to more creatures and deities within the mythos.
Yeah, I'm hyped to learn about the new ones.
Yeah, me
Well,
too.
This video has been possibly entertaining, possibly informative, and I'll see you fine folks next time.
So is this the last one on Cthulhu in his series? At the proper time, the secret priest would take great Cthulhu from his tomb to revive his subjects and resume his rule of Earth. Then mankind would have become as the great old one, free and wild and beyond good and evil, with laws and morals thrown aside and all men shouting and killing and reveling in joy. Then the liberated old ones would teach them new ways to shout and kill and revel and enjoy themselves. And all the earth would flame with a holocaust of ecstasy and freedom. Ooh,
Ecstasy is crazy.
I know. Yes.
I'm pretty.
They're happy and free, boy. Okay. Is that the last one that he has on Cthulhu? And the rest are different of the in the mythos? Yeah, it seems so. Huh.
Okay, so you want like more in depth on Cthulhu.
That's what I was kind of. I mean, this is awesome. This
Yeah.
was cool. I'm glad he talked about it, and he's gonna talk more. I know that he can make people go insane,
Yeah.
which is something I know about, which I thought was hoping you'd talk about.
Well, I think the reason why he doesn't talk about that because like you
He's
said,
just introducing us.
no, like you said in the beginning, everything's not like canon. You know,
Yeah.
every person who writes about Cthulhu just writes about their version of Cthulhu.
Uh huh.
So he's just taking like the general like knowledge that's in most of them.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, here's the basis of Cthulhu.
Yeah.
And then if you learn about Cthulhu, the bases are still there because that's like the general premise of Cthulhu.
Definitely.
So if you want to learn about one version of Cthulhu, we could look at a video for that one version. There's like so much versions of Cthulhu.
There's plenty. We were recommended other Cthulhu videos.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you wanted to see more about him, please tell us down below what videos specifically you'd like us to check out. We're still probably going to do more of these exploring the Cthulhu mythos. Stop it. Do it all the time. And we'll definitely try and finish these because they're relatively short, but they're interesting. 100% interesting. I'm curious if the Cthulhu mythos is all of Lovecraft. It's not.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
Is it all of the old ones? The great old ones? I don't know.
Well, I think he put Cthulhu Mythos because he's the most prominent name. Cthulhu.
Definitely is.
So he said there's a certain word that the original author gave the whole mythos like a name.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah, but I don't remember it right now.
Me
But
neither.
yeah, there's a whole bunch that we got.
Okay, but it's fun, dude. Like, this does fit what our channel's about, and I'm excited to see more of this. Right now, we gotta.
I do like it too because like it just is like a lot of horror.
It is.
Yeah, there's like so
We
much
love horror, too.
We love horror. I don't know.
Um,
Most of our stuff is like more like horror oriented.
Oh, definitely. Especially our gaming channel, we have tons of our horror games. Horror game expert right here.
Oh
Yeah, dude.
of course.
Dude. This guy right here, dude, carries us.
MVP.
Bro. Okay. So if you want us to check any other horror lore, oh, dude, have we ever asked for that? Dude, give us some like horror lore type videos of different series. That'd be fun too.
That'd be sick.
That'd be fun
like
too.
Sick.
Anyway, thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what other kinds of videos you want us to check out. It'd be much appreciated. Ring the bell. Anyway, we have been Cranky Films. Please stay cranky.